Welcome. Am I look younger or am I look older? So there's some weird how do I say it? There is some weird situations or probably weird rewarding systems in this world. I do believe this is something weird. But everyone thinks this is just normal. One thing that is weird for me is about celebrating on your graduation day because it is literally not a celebration, it is literally your ticket way to a much, I don't know, probably some much worse situation in life. Because later in that life, after you are graduating, you are forced to do with a lot of work and a lot of much more complicated and randomized works. So for example, I do washes laundries, I do dishes, I do cooking. Now, as a college student, yes, we learn about that, but in the real scenario world, we only talk about what can we learn about on the studying itself. But when the field on the work itself, we doesn't really know if the boss is kind of angry, how to deal with client, how to deal with accounting. I'm not. I think what university misses us, or probably our world, is currently revolving around something, some achievement that shouldn't be celebrated. I myself have just done a report. I just done a report, but done it because I already done it. And people, I said to many people, and they are celebrating to me. They are congratulating to me. But I don't feel that type of feelings. I don't feel that type of anymore. Why? Because I know this is just some probably some ordinary work. It doesn't really getting much more a reward. What is some rewarded that should be appreciated that isn't really on the list, or probably not on publicly known, or probably the word should be praise it more? Well, first thing first, probably the people should be rewarded or probably praised because they are capable of handling people. Now, what I'm saying is some people are really good at person are really good at handling people, and some people are really some person and are really good at handling their work. Now, I think that should be a praise because it really affecting their income, also their performance. That should be a praise. Well, I think it's just the same as probably a KPI, key performance indicator in the work system. But I think we shouldn't. But I think people should be appraised on that, on from informal resource. For example, our worker friends, but our family should be appraised more, or probably our friends not correlated to the work itself. Maybe that should be appraised more to us than rather than, oh, I'm just graduating in here and I'm just passing the class. That I think that's not how I perceive it is a good thing. But for me, enjoying life and also trying to cooperate with the life test situation should something to be appraised of. So for example, I got a friends from probably a poor family and they are already still coping with it. I should appraise them because they are struggling with their work, they're struggling with their hard with their tests. That should be appraised more because that's the one that's appreciated you. That's the one that's make you a living. That's the one that's make you life. Now, I don't know if this systems is probably, I don't know, like a staircase. So I don't know, it's just like a common thing to do to be appraised. It is just something like a common work for what I mean is finish the last work in the semester, but everyone that I talk is appraising me. That's kind of probably something that I think I shouldn't be appraised. I don't really appreciate it. But how about this? I'm kind of appreciated myself if I could make a probably a much more income for myself. So for example, if I successfully develop a business, probably that's much more have a satisfaction level, higher satisfaction level than a graduating, than to be graduated from a probably a school or probably in university. That's the major problem. That's the major thing that I personally like. I think that's all for it. That's my opinion on appreciations on this word. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird actually, and people use already getting used to it. People praise something that the work that I think it would be easy to pass, but what if something it wasn't really easy to pass? So for example, I'm probably building a business, no one would appreciate it. I'll probably getting the work done. I'll probably having to go out of their comfort zone. That should be a praise. Yeah.